Welcome. This is an overview of this week's top stories expected to keep making headlines in the days to come. Russian-Turkish relations freeze over and heat up the global political scene. 2 Russian military pilots died after a Russian Su-24 plane was shot down by a missile from a Turkish F-16 fighter jet. The Turkish military said it had sent several warnings to the jet before firing some 17 seconds after the plane entered Turkish airspace. A surviving Russian pilot said he had received no such warning and was sure that they did not stray out of Syrian airspace. Erdogan has rejected calls by Russia to apologize, saying Turkey does not need to say sorry for the violation of its airspace. Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan warned Russia not to play with fire on Friday, but added that he did not want to harm relations with Moscow, comments that look more likely to inflame than quell the dispute over a downed Russian bomber this week. Russia has threatened economic retaliation against Ankara, which Erdogan has dismissed as emotional and unfitting. Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev said the measures would be drafted within days and could hit joint investment plans. Also on Thursday, Russia's military suspended all communication channels with the Turkish military, including a hotline to help avoid air accidents. Erdogan said he may speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin at a climate summit in Paris next week, a discussion that would be welcomed by the United States and EU, both of which fear that Spat has distracted from the battle against Islamic State militants in Syria. Putin has so far refused to contact Erdogan because Ankara does not want to say sorry. Brussels on lockdown. The heart of Europe was put on the highest level of alert amid fears that the horror of what happened in Paris could be repeated in the Belgian capital. Soldiers are put in force on the streets and the city's metro system will stay shut until Monday. Salah Abdeslam, whose brother blew himself up in Paris, remains at large. He made it back home to Brussels the day after the attacks, despite being stopped by police en route. Hamza Adou was reportedly with him at the time and was later arrested. His lawyer has said that Salah was possibly carrying explosives and was ready to blow himself up. People in Brussels are being advised to avoid crowded areas. Shops and restaurants have been closing early and events are being cancelled. The Paris attacks are said to have been masterminded in Brussels, a city now at the heart of investigations and a city also now facing a terror threat of its own. In the meantime, France held a national memorial service for the 130 people who died in the Paris attacks 2 weeks ago, an official announcement from the president's office said on Friday. The service in central Paris brought together 1,000 people, including President François Hollande, as well as survivors and victims' families. A minute's silence was held and the names of all the victims were read out. A week of developments for the Cyprus energy sector. BG Group has acquired 35% hold in Cyprus Block 12, where the Aphrodite gas field lies, the company said in an announcement on Monday. Block 12 is operated by Noble Energy and the Aphrodite field is located about 170 kilometers south of Limassol's shores. The company said that the completion of the transaction is subject to certain regulatory approvals as well as customary closing conditions. French energy giant Total displayed a distinct interest in Cyprus' exclusive economic zone during a meeting on Tuesday morning with the President of the Republic of Cyprus, Nikos Anastasiadis. No statements were made on the part of Total after the meeting, but the government has noted that Nicosia's energy designs continue reinforced. The government will proceed with announcements when there are concrete results according to its standard practice. Total was initially licensed for offshore activities in Cypriot EEZ Blocks 10 and 11, however it returned to concession Block 10 after failing to locate any drilling targets. The company maintained drilling rights in Block 11 during February 2016. The first round of the intensified negotiations for the solution of the Cyprus problem has been completed. Cyprus President Nikos Anastasiadis and Turkish Cypriot leader Mustafa Akinci said on Wednesday that they now feel more hopeful and confident that the outstanding issues could be resolved in the near future in the course of their negotiations, aiming to solve the Cyprus problem. In a joint statement delivered after their 6th meeting by the UN Secretary General Special Advisor on Cyprus, Espen Bathaida, the two leaders noted that in the course of these 6 sessions, they discussed a number of issues in most of the chapters, interdependently and in great depth, and have made further progress. The leaders have achieved a better understanding of each other's concerns. They now feel more hopeful and confident that the outstanding issues could be resolved in the near future in the course of their negotiations, the statement added. As it has been announced, the leaders will have 3 meetings in December, on the 4th, the 15th and the 20th of the month. They also decided to make a joint visit to the laboratory of the Committee on Missing Persons on December 20th. Furthermore, the leaders agreed on the establishment of a technical committee on education. Negotiators of the two sides will meet on a nearly daily basis in order to discuss and to prepare the leaders' meetings. Thank you for watching.